back. You know, the last game that they lost, yes, they threw it, but they don't care. They just run it back. They take the Renekton early and they play with the same similar composition, and it works out so effectively. G2 are going to have to change something up in the game, in the draft perhaps, to stop Fnatic being able to get so much agency in these games. Hylissang split pushing top with Baron buff.
He does this all the time on Pyke. It's so smart because you have Ghostwater Dive, you have Phantom Undertow, you have so many escape tools as Pyke, and all you have to do is stand near the minions to Baron buff them. You create another locus of pressure, the rest of your team's down on the bottom side. Hylissang knows he can survive anything that's thrown on him, at him by G2, and so he just stands here and buffs up the Baron. He doesn't even auto-attack the wave.
Yeah, just keeps the buffed up, makes it so Wunder has to clear waves while his team impacts the rest of the map. Looks like they're looking for mid and bot tower for now. Stacked up waves. G2 are facing a Baroned up Fnatic, around 15,000 gold lead, and they have to wave clear against it.
And it's so much cleaner than it was in game 3. You see, 3 waves synced up, mid lane inhibitors falls. Now the next waves come in and you have to deal with top and bot lane. Fnatic looking for that inhibitor. They've already taken the tower in the mid lane, but they will continue to pressure. Nisqy down towards the bottom side, looking for that rapid fire cannon proc on towards the tower. Can't quite get it. Adam now goes to top. Mid lane inhibitor goes down, and there's 2 separate pressure sources happening in the bot lane and the top lane, but it can't quite get the inhibitor. Upset oversteps, has to flash away from the shockwave. The inhibitor should fall on this push back in.
That's it. That's it. G2 have nothing left. The flash knock up into the Orianna ult is the only real way they're going to catch Upset, unless Reckless can pull a miracle. But he doesn't have ultimate now either, so I think Fnatic can start to walk up into G2's face and take 3 inhibitors. G2 just have to group up and fight because this 1-3-1 is taking so much effect. Mid inhib's dead, top inhib is surely going to follow. Jankos is just dead.
It's a shellacking. It's a one-sided stomp. It's Fnatic taking an early game lead and taking the game to G2. They are 17,000 gold ahead at the 23-minute mark. They have almost twice as much, 50% more gold than G2 have in the entirety as Pwippa goes in with the Cataclysm, and Upset once again goes legendary. Pwippa survives, still has the GA even if he wants to do a little bit more damage. Upset getting another one as Wunder and Reckless can only watch as Fnatic take down their base. We are going to a final game to decide who is going to World.
It's scripted, Medic, it's scripted.
Man. It's scripted.
The story has written itself. This series has 15 domestic titles, 7 Worlds finalists, 4 MSI winners, and it's going to a Game 5 for the final World spot in the 2021 season for Europe.
It's Reckless against the team that he left. The team that he left because he wanted to win. And they could be the team that denies him Worlds once again.
Upset finally takes Reckless down. After all those years of trying to get to Worlds, I think Reckless stopped him twice. He has it all in his hands.
G2 and Fnatic will go all the way to Game 5 with the spot at
banger.
Worlds on the line. Be sure to stay tuned for Silver Scrapes and Reckless with my heart.
Catch up!
The planet and us are connected. We share its veins. We can continue to clog them, or do something about it. By using millions of recycled plastic bottles in our new generation of durable washer and washer-dryer tubs, we reduce plastic waste from leaking into nature's veins. Discover Beko's Eco-Tub washers and washer-dryers for healthy living on a healthy planet.
Silver streaks. So good that it just goes over whatever else we're playing to get out of the break. Hey, G2 versus Fnatic, man. It's a rivalry that never stops delivering. And in this summer playoffs, the stakes are different from previous years. It is for Worlds. After this Game 5, one of these Titans will fall, while the other will live to see another day. Forgive me, but there will be some narrative here because this is just insane. First, can I get a reaction about how we got to Game 5, whilst I'll tell the viewers that everyone at home can vote. Who makes it to World? Spam in chat, G2 or FNC for Fnatic. Goldborg, do you want to go first?
I mean, it's crazy that I feel like it's on Fnatic's own terms that we are sitting in a 2-2 situation here, because it's crazy to think about just the game beforehand. If they didn't throw that lead, they would have just won now and been at Worlds. So I think Fnatic clearly has been the driving force.
I think that Fnatic have surprised me, right? I think that they've just dominated. I think that as the series has gone on, they've gotten more confident in their execution. They seem to have figured out the game plan, what they want to do in draft, and it doesn't matter what curveball G2 throws at them, they seem to have an answer for everything. Fnatic is looking on fire right now.
Okay, I'm going to tell you already that G2 chose blue. And I know that this was a big talking point, so when we talk about draft. First up, though, I'm going to summarize what I heard in the caster room, which was, why are you giving Nisqy TF treats? Can you explain?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, after the first TF game, this TF is looking super scary. I think it's one of Nisqy's best champion, if not the best, and it just finds so many picks around the map, and G2 just doesn't seem to have like any good answer into it, so.
But what I think the biggest thing about the TF is it's not even Nisqy that's like going side lanes permanently, getting kills. Fnatic is winning their side lanes. Adam is solo killing Wonder. The bot lane is just getting some jungle assistance while also finding advantages in the 2v2 because they do have those winning matchups. But the moment that they get those leads, G2 can't make plays. Nisqy's like, oh, you want to? No, you can't make a play bot lane. Oh, you want to make a play top? No, you can't go there either. And he just stops any proactivity from G2, and anytime they try something, he shuts it down immediately.
Yeah, we got to also look at how Jankos and Bwipo have played these early games so far. Bwipo has come out on top, but they haven't always finish the game with that. But there was that one game on Lee Sin where Jankos absolutely smurfed it, right? How can G2 channel this again?
I feel like it's a tough ask because in that game as well, it was a skirmish that arise down mid lane where some outplay potential was already also required in that. And I think once again, having something to play for, having that matchup that actually makes sense for you, because going into this, it just seems like when you are out on the map in the early game, there's just nothing you can translate into anything. As Vedius just said, if your top laner gets solo killed already, then what are you going to do then?
Treats, you know, as a player who scrimmed versus both of these teams the entire season, how would you attack this early game prowess that Fnatic is trying to bring?
I think it starts a lot from drafts. I think the TF is obviously a good starting point, but also just the mid jungle that G2 are drafting is not very aggressive. I think Orianna is a fine answer into TF, but it's not really aggressive enough for G2 to get advantages through mid. So I would like to see them have a bit more kill pressure in their mid 2v2.
Also, this Braum Prow needs to stop.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
I like there's an element of it that I understand. Like, sure, I think that it scales quite well, and I think that given Fnatic want to skirmish and fight you a lot, I can see why a Braum would be good. But like, stop! I think that they could just be focusing on the top side. Now that they're on blue, they themselves could get Lee Sin, LeBlanc, Jace. They could get Twisted Fate, Viego. They could go for Ryze. Like, they have so many options. We know they can play for top side. They could go for the Tristana in the second half. Like, we need to see G2 unlock themselves more in the early game, because if they don't, Fnatic will obliterate them.
Let's talk about this top lane then. We talked so much about Wunder, the tank proficiency, or the choice for tanks in the series versus the Mad Lion specifically. Adam now, who's gotten a solo kill versus him as well. But do you think Wunder has been enabled in this series so far, and should they do more of that?
I mean, I feel like the most enabling he's been getting this time around is that Jankos has been up there, but for the most part, it's been to Shadow due to the Twisted Fate. Like, the amount of pressure that has occurred here really puts you in a position where you're not able to play for your top lane. I think the Aurelia game was the game where we saw most of the Wunder getting played for, but outside of that, like, the rest of the map is also bleeding, and it makes the requirement so hard.
In my opinion, I feel like that Wunder is just underperforming. Adam is getting the better of himself. I think Medic really summed it up well on the cast, saying that this rookie player is someone that Fnatic wanted to invest in early. They saw potential in what he could bring to the LEC, and I think that over the split, he has progressively been getting better, and now we're seeing the full potential of him. He is outclassing Wunder in today's games, and it's not just a matter of resources, because even when Wunder is being given those resources, Adam, I feel, overall impact is coming up clutch.
Yeah, Treats, can you say something about kind of how a young player like that, how stressful the situation is for someone like that, and how impressive it is if he does keep fighting it? I say it also in the context of, which we said before, they want him to sack his lane, or he does it himself, right? He just goes somewhere else and leaves his lane to make sure that the team gets ahead. Incredibly selfless play out of Adam.
Yeah, I think Adam is a pretty well-rounded player overall as a rookie. Even like now you can see it. I think he's fine to sack, he's fine to play for lane, he's fine with everything. It's kind of this rookie mentality where you don't really care what happens, you just play your own game. And I think Adam is really good at this right now. He can do whatever the team needs him to do, and he always steps up when they need him to.
But now we're in a best of one. 50-50, completely split for the fans at home, and I think that's how everyone feels as well. We have a best of one for a world spot. Teams that have made it many, many, many times, that have had success on the international stage, but haven't won a trophy there at Worlds. They want to get back and try that again. It's insane. They are professional players, so they have the clutch factor, and they deal with nerfs better than we ever could. But still, they're thinking about all those moments they can make at Worlds.
So the thing is, for me, when I think about G2, I feel like that their expectation is that they have gone to Worlds. But now they're being put in a position where they might lose that. And I wonder how that affects the mentality. In the past, with Perks on that roster, I would say that he thrives in a position like that. I don't have that same confidence with this G2. But Fnatic, they have now been in best of fives 3 times in this playoffs. And every single game 5, they have stomped their opposition, and it feels like that this is their comfort zone. They thrive under this pressure, and they relish in it.
Oh, you've summarized it very, very well. It's so dangerous because you never want to count out G2, but it's kind of that clutch factor. Who's going to bring it? When you look at Hilly and Bwipo, they've been bringing it all series long. However, none of my analysts gave Fnatic the advantage in the predictions a couple of hours ago. So I'm going to give you a chance to change if you want. You had a win for G2.
I'm flipping.
Okay.
I'm going Fnatic. I think Fnatic is the better team. I think they have been performing, and I think that in Game 5, they are the team that will not be afraid to make the play. I think Fnatic is going to Worlds.
Everything Vedius just said makes sense, honestly, and from an analytical point of view, Fnatic has been playing the best League of Legends so far, but I've been taught to stick with my gut from the get-go. I'm not going to change my prediction because of that.
And Treats, and the importance here is that Treats has gotten every single winner prediction correct so far. Treats, are you flipping it?
I'm not flipping it. I'm staying with G2 as well. I think everything that Vedius does makes sense. I think Fnatic has been a bit sharper, but with G2 coming back on blue side, I think it could change once again.
Ah, man. Summarize it for me, Vedi. G2, what did they first pick? What did they ban? TF.
I think G2 will first pick Lee Sin, actually.
Okay.
I think
Epic
that's what will be the
prediction.
first pick.
Epic prediction. So they live and die by Jankos' early game. Perhaps. We'll see. It's been absolutely crazy. I can't wait for this game 5. We've been so spoiled so far in Fnatic. They've clawed their way through the lower bracket. 2 game 5s already, and now just 1 win away from taking down their arch rivals G2. Find out who makes it to Worlds in game 5.
Here we are.
Here we are.
Versus G2, game 5. One shot for these teams to make their way to Worlds. And of course, to finals weekend next week where they face off against Rogue for a chance to face Mad for the title.
Medic.
Yeah.
I think this is to me, the most important G2 Fnatic best of one I've ever seen.
Hey, it feels like it.
So many stakes are on the line. Like, this time it's not a title, but it's Worlds, and it's keeping the run of Worlds alive for both these teams over so many years.
I mean, Reckless said it earlier today. He said, this is all that matters to me. If you don't make Worlds, your season is unsuccessful. You have not had a good year. Even if you win titles, even if you place well in spring, even if you have a good performance all around, if you don't make Worlds, your season is not worth it. And you can see on the looks on their faces, you can see Reckless there, you can see the players on Fnatic's side as well. This is everything to them.
Reckless was laser focused. If any of these players are going to have the game of their life, oh boy, it better be this one. Fnatic have looked dominant in the early game. G2 look like they can bring it back in fights, and that's where they're focusing in draft specifically. My biggest question coming into Pick and Ban is Twisted Fate. Oh boy, this song. It's scripted.
I mean, the thing is as well, Reckless left Fnatic before. He went to Elements, and they crashed and burned, and Fnatic claimed title after title, and Reckless had to work his way back towards them. And then now he's left the Fnatic and he's gone to G2. And it looks like Fnatic could be the team that deny him a spot at Worlds.
Oh, you can see Adam there taking a deep breath.
I mean,
The pressure on Adam. Renekton ban targeted at him after solo killing Wunder. It's just about a year this man's been playing competitive. Bwipo must be so proud that Adam coming in is taking out Wunder in this best of 5, especially in lane phase itself. Tristana first pick for G2. They want to be the ones playing this AD carry, and Fnatic have been denied it.
So that's the important thing. G2 moved over to blue side here. They locked in blue side. They decided they wanted. They locked the Tristana first. Rakan banned away. So far, we've seen Xin Zhao, Twisted Fate high priority. The question is,
there it is.
Twisted Fate immediately here for Fnatic.
Caps must have an answer. They let this champ go through Pick and Ban. They pick Tristana away. They have to have prepared something into it. Trundle's going to get taken for Bwipo too. Jankos, Viego, Xin Zhao, Lee Sin has a lot of options. Caps could go Syndra, could go Orianna. The Orianna hasn't been working out, I think. It's not really been having the push to stop Nisqy from being able to roam around. Maybe he wants to go for a Sylas.
The thing with G2 is they played for this later game composition for these team fights, and it's worked out for them a couple of times, but they don't have an early game right now. Fnatic consistently are getting early game leads, 2, 3, 4,000 gold, and you have to see some changes from G2 if they're going to manage to get towards that mid game. Here, the Ryze can follow the Twisted Fate a lot more.
I like this swap up. I like the Ryze into TF. You outscale him, you push him in, and you win the 1v1. TF just has a bigger global, but Ryze can deal with him on side lane. So what are they going to round out here? We've seen a lot of Brown blind picks. Are they going to pick support? I think matching jungle makes sense here. Ryze Lee Sin's a good combo. Ryze Xin Zhao's a good combo. GP blind pick could be good, but it's going to be a Camille insta-lock. So Ryze Camille for the side lanes. Nisqy has a TF. They have counter pick top. What is Adam going to pick into Camille? He could go for things like the Olaf. Could go for a Mordekaiser as well.
Yep. We saw Mundo against it in game 1, but of course the Camille was picked into the Mundo there.
No way.
Could, of course, take the Trundle into the top lane or even put Trundle as support.
Okay.
Instead, Ezreal will be locked in here for upset in the bottom lane.
Okay, so G2 can ban away top laners. The blind pick Camille, the stare down worked out, I think, because now they can ban away tops if they want to. And Fnatic still want to pick up their support and their top laner. So expecting top lane on 4, support on 5, but again, jungle not picked for G2. Lee Sin, Viego expected to be banned away, and with Trundle picked already, all 4 of the strongest S-tier kind of junglers, which have been prioritized, which are AD, will be taken away. And it's up to Jankos. What does he want to go for? We've seen Olafs, we've seen Graves being played by Bwipo, and those champions. Olaf very bad into Trundle, I have to say. Graves not too bad.
There's a lot of options here for both sides. You see Fnatic banning out the junglers. There's the Pyke. So much respect to Hylissang. Haven't seen it at all this year, pretty much. And just off the back of 2 incredibly strong games, the Pyke has to be banned away by G2.
So many bot lane bans throughout this whole series. You expect Viego to perhaps be taken away here, unless they want to pivot and look for something to target Jankos. They're banning away counter-pick supports. Makes sense to ban Braum because they've been picking Braum and Pyke's been the answer all the time. Leona still up, Alistar still up, Nautilus still up. I think that might be where we're trending towards. Fnatic can obviously flex this Trundle support if they want to.
Definitely could. G2, of course, could look towards something like the Lulu as well. We've seen Lulu Tristana have a great game earlier. There's the set taken away from the top side of the map, and now Fnatic have to either blind pick their support or blind pick their top lane here.
No, I think picking top makes sense, right? They've shown Camille.
Oh, yeah,
won't be a blind pick. Looks like they're going to run the Mundo. The only worry I have for Fnatic is if you go tank top into Camille, you're also playing an Ezreal lane in Tristana, so pressuring sides becomes a lot harder with the TF. And it's the Adams special! It's Adams Darius. We talked about something to play for in top lane. Oh, baby, that's something you can get ahead.
I mean, the weight of the world on this guy's shoulders as well. His rookie season in the LEC, 1 game away from Worlds, 1 game away from Finals weekend, and you lock in Darius. What a decision here from Fnatic.
Adam has 5 games of Darius this year, including, the EU Masters run, 80% win rate. He only lost 1 game, but there's the Viego coming out for Jankos, and that's going to be a Gragas support to round out bot lane for G2. Now, Alistar can't be picked into Gragas, so you expect something like Leona to be picked up here, unless they want to flex the Trundle, but I think Trundle going jungle makes the most sense. It's on Hylissang. He has counter pick. He sees the entire comp of G2, and he can pick his support. Leona makes the most sense, and there it is. So now, I think everyone knows which lane needs to be looked at here. It's top lane. Darius into Camille. It's going to be so volatile. Whichever one of these champions is ahead, it's going to dictate the game. Because the Darius has a TF behind him, and the Camille has a Rise behind her.
Everything. All your eggs in that top lane basket here. Alongside that upset playing the Ezreal, he's currently undefeated on it in playoffs, unkilled on it in the 2 games he's played, 14-0-12 on that champion.
This is the 15th game Fnatic's played in how many weeks? 1-2 weeks of just straight best of 5s.
You have to remember, like, Fnatic played 5 games against Misfits only 2 days ago. They are more practiced than G2 when it comes to stage games in this playoffs, but they also have to deal with the exhaustion of playing 15 games in such a short space of time.
We talked about putting all your cards on the table, and that's exactly what Fnatic have done. Adams Darius for game 5. Oh, it's all on the line, Medic.
It's do or die between these 2 teams. 15 LEC titles between them. Worlds after Worlds after Worlds. 2 Worlds finals. They have been the name on everyone's lips when it comes to European League of Legends. They have been the names that you talk about when you talk about the best in EU. Now they have fallen down from that pedestal, and only one can make it to Worlds. G2 versus Fnatic, a best of 1 starting now.
And right out of the gates, Fnatic looking for a level 1. They're looking for Mickey. Maybe he's been standing in that bush the whole series long. They're going to see him, but I think he's going to be absolutely fine. So Fnatic, I think that ward is going to be good for the bot lane phase, but now Jankos and Caps can move into the top side of their jungle and place down wards. I think Fnatic going to have to base and pick up a sweeper here.
Okay, guys, take a break, take a second. Sweeper's picked up there on Bwipo. Hylissang has one as well. We didn't really talk about the Gragas pick. It's a Mickey special in support. Obviously, we do see it around the world, but Mickey very practiced on it. Was one of the best Gragases on the server for a very long time. Obviously, good into the Leona as well, because if she Zenith Blades forward, you can body slam her out of the connection and make sure she doesn't get in range for her follow-up stun.
They're going to get the ward as well. So 3 champions getting the ward gives both solo laners level 2 on the first wave. So after 6 creeps, they'll level up because of the ward XP on both top and mid. So G2 should know that, and they should be very careful on this first wave, especially in top lane.
Both junglers starting leashless as well on the top side of the map. In the last few games, it's been Bwipo who's been getting the advantage early on, a lot of it due to the pressure that the rest of his team is putting down, the priority they have had in lanes. But Bwipo has had Jankos' number, at least since game 2.
Yeah, both junglers, like you said, full clearing bot is all going to come down to bot priority then. You can see Wunder has that ward in Tribush to cover off any maybe level 2 shenanigans. Adam, like we said, will get level 2 off the wave. They have to be careful for it. Lots of trading in mid. This is why the Rise picks notorious into the TF. Kind of outscale, you win 1v1 and you can get the push. And Caps is forcing that already. Adam's going to level up from that creep. Maybe Wunder won't expect it, but he doesn't go for it.
Wunder giving the respect that's due to Adams Darius. There's the Denner played in the bottom lane. Mickey going forward as well. Hylissang with the Aftershock will be tanky enough, and Reckless takes the bad end of that trade. He has got 3 pots and a longsword here, so expecting to trade quite regularly with Upset and Hylissang.
A little bit of trading in all these lanes. Both junglers still backing down, both hitting level 3 at roughly the same time. Crab spawning around 45 seconds. And Fnatic have to push in bot for now, but again, G2 have to push in mid. Very, very similar to game 1.
Man, it's such a knife. I'm just imagining the tension that must be in these players' minds as well. We talked about it a little bit earlier, but Upset has been denied Worlds in 4 separate best of 5s. He's lost 4 separate best of 5s, meaning that he hasn't made it to Worlds. This would be the first time a player of his caliber, widely seen as one of the best AD carries, at least top 3, top 4 AD carries in Europe for a very long time. It would be the first time he's ever made Worlds if he's able to close this game out. Of course, Adam in his rookie season would be going to Worlds for the first time as well.
And I think whatever happens, hang on, as I say that, Adam's roaming mid, he has flash. Caps is getting pincered from both sides. I think he might be dead here. He has nowhere to run. I think Fnatic's gonna get first blood.
Yeah, Caps shouldn't burn the flash here. He's gonna try and trade back onto Nisqy, but there's nowhere for Caps to go. No mana for him to kill off Nisqy either. First blood goes over to Fnatic.
Yeah, so Bwipo ignored the bot crab. Jankos thought that he'd see him there, but Bwipo snuck past him and went for the mid gank instead, giving up the crab, and Adam collapsed from top as well. So Caps really had nowhere to run. Running back to the lane, he would get chased down and flashed by. So yeah, just dies. Gonna TP back. They lose nothing in the end, just a TP on Caps. I think Nisqy might have to TP back as well, but first blood straight to Fnatic.
I wonder, holding the wave in the top lane may cause Adam to lose out on a little bit of CS, but the assist will more than make up for that. The wave only just about collapsing in top lane, so Adam's actually going to be able to get all of this as well and be equal in CS. Stun goes down in the bot lane as Reckless is forced away by Hillisang, but another strong early start here for Fnatic. It's looking good for them. They can keep this momentum going.
And Caps froze mid lane, but Nisqy saving his TP for his team, so he wants to make sure he can use this global to prevent any kind of plays happening on the side lanes. Again, this TF pick will pay its dividends once again. He has the TP, he's gonna have ult up again soon, 2 or 3 minutes when he hits level 6. And Reckless has no cleanse, so if they can get the setup with Leona, TF having no cleanse, I think he's as good as dead.
Have to see if they're able to do it. As you say, now Cap's going to shove out this wave after freezing that previous one. You can see Nisqy a little bit behind in terms of CS. Nisqy, once again, just trying to get vision around that mid lane to make sure that he couldn't be caught out by Jankos on a gank. And the question is now, set it in draft. Top lane has to be a focus here for G2. Caps is working his way up here, and Jankos is in the vicinity.
Getting a little bit of information here, Caps, trying to spot out the Raptors. Will put a wall down in the end, sees they respawn, so he knows Bwipo's respawn camps are top side. And he knows that he'll be there soon. Mickey's pincering on mid. Doesn't have a lot of mana, but has enough mana for the combo. Bwipo's actually just ignoring that and going towards top. So G2 doing the classic pincer towards mid, while Wunder is alone in top. He has flash, so he should be okay. I think Bwipo's just covering this wave to crash.
Adam building up that passive as well. Will pull Wunder back with Wunder waiting on his...
Oh, Adam!
Shot walled up. Adam goes in. Adam underneath the tower. He's going to die. Wunder! Oh, trades him in the 1v1. Bwipo here as well with the wave, and Wunder is very low. Wunder can go back and then TP back in. Jankos could catch this, but he's in the vicinity, so Wunder should be able to walk back towards this wave under tower.
Adam thought he had the damage with the Q flash auto. Turns out he unfortunately didn't. He's going to TP back here to force Wunder off another wave. Maybe he can get the kill. Wunder's being really greedy here.
Wunder going in with the Hexagon Domain. What was that, Adam? He just TPs back in and Wunder dies for him.
Adam fails the first kill, but then Wunder kind of gives it back to him. Wunder's going to have to TP back here now as well. Bwipo's around. Nisqy just hit level 6. If Jankos looks for this top play, there will be a collapse. But look at Mickey. He's top side as well. Everyone knows the top side is everything. And right now, it's gone back into Adam's favor after that play from Wunder.
Adam now sitting on the Iron Spike whip, getting that kill as well. Bwipo having to flash away here.
Oh, Bwipo.
Caps coming in with the Realm Warp. Nisqy there with the stun card will lock up Caps, and it means that Bwipo does not get caught with the Rune Prison.
Yeah, if he got hit by that W from Caps, he would have died. Mickey can flash after him, so Realm Warp's down. Adam's moved down here as well. Now, time for the Destiny. Global's coming in, but Adam doesn't have flash to get over that wall. The Q was zoning him away, so that won't turn into anything. A lot of contest onto this top side. Adam has to catch the top wave. Both AD carries handshaking and farming bots once again.
So Fnatic still with the early lead here, about 800 gold ahead, but it's been back and forth so far. Bwipo looking to see if he can get these early advantages, but is actually behind in CS over Jankos because he decided to look for fights instead of looking for those early camps. Mickey and Hillisang trading over a control ward, but nothing too much going to come out of that. Importantly for Fnatic and for Adam, no TPs on the side of G2, no Realm Warp available for Caps either, so it makes it a bit harder for them to really focus down Adam in the top lane.
Jankos got a lot of information there. He knows Bwipo is on Krugs, but they don't have Camille ultimate, so they're not going to commit for it. Nisqy still has TP as well. Oh, a lot of contests around this top side, but only 3 kills this time around. Normally we see a kill a minute. Both these teams paying respect. Mostly in this top side is where we've seen the kills, and Adam going on to Wunder once again.
Just a bit short on the decimate there, can still trade in. Of course, the passive gives you a lot. He's going to pull him back with the app.
I think he's dead!
There we go, guillotine! Adam brings down the axe.
Adam is taking over the top lane. It's his rookie year in the LEC against the most achieved top laner we have in Europe. And Adam is smashing him for the second game in a row in terms of lane phase. This Darius pick is huge into the Camille.
What a way to make a name for yourself, from LFL to EU Masters champion, and now to taking it down a Wunder in a pure 1v1. Not one, not two, but 3 times so far this series. Adam is on an absolute stormer, 1,100 gold ahead here, Kadril.
Yeah, 20 CS lead, has 2 plates as well, 2 kills. It's stacking up, and G2 are going to have to find a way to bail Wunder out of top lane. Adam is having a fantastic game so far.
He really is. Of course, Darius can be tricky to play later on. You can just get kited depending on how well the enemy team plays it. But for the moment, Adam is Fnatic's lead. Jankos off towards the top side is going to start up this Rift Herald. Meanwhile, the rest of Fnatic are pushing in this bottom side. You can see Reckless and Mickey having to give respect to the fact that they are on the weak side of the map. Adam now finished his Stride Breaker Mythic complete at 8 minutes 40.
Yeah, look at the vision G2 have towards his top side. Look how many members they're committing to try and dive Adam on this way. But look at where Adam is. He ran to mid. He knows something's up on top side because his team's all bot lane. They're getting free plates on this bot tower. And he knows that they're here because the Herald fell. They're bailing Wunder out of this lane phase, but they're losing a lot of the cost of it. Reckless is zoned away from the tower. He doesn't know where Hylissang is. 2 plates over to Upset. Niski can push in mid. Upset keeps the push in bot. And as long as Adam's safe, they're not losing too much. I don't know if they should fight. It would be a 4v3, but I don't know if they know Caps is based and all of the members of G2 have backed away. Wunder's going to have to go away as well.
Yeah, no Rift output down, but Wunder does manage to get a plate, so he'll get himself a little bit more gold. However, Adam's still very much in control of that lane.
Important thing is, Jankos has Herald. So if you can use that effectively, Adam has no flash for a little bit longer. If they can get towards top, you know, kill Adam, get the shutdown onto Wunder and Herald top tower, then top lane will be stabilized. But for now, Adam taking over the game for Fnatic. Stepping up in the 5th game for Worlds.
What a moment to do it. The rookie player, the 19-year-old Frenchman, really showing up on stage here. Niski can land a stun card. Caps was just greedy there. Shield of Drakewake's going to stun him up as well. Mickey coming in. Hylissang flashes past him. And with the Ignite and with the auto, that's enough. Caps are way too greedy in the mid lane. The Solar Flare coming out means Mickey has to flash as well. And Fnatic, 4 kills on the board now.
Hilly playing again with absolutely no fear. Caps tries to cancel Niski's base, or Hylissang's base, sorry. Then he just commits to it. Levels up off the kill, tosses out the ultimate instantly to get Mickey's flash. Gets everything out of that play possible.
Adam forcing Wunder back once again. You have to think, if he can stack up the hemorrhage and get a guillotine once again, it's going to be a French revolution in the top lane as Adam continues to force a Wunder back. For the moment, though, G2 have been able to stabilize just a little bit. However, Fnatic still 2,000 gold ahead. The Ocean Drake in their back pocket as well. 3 minutes on a mountain for them.
Yeah, Fnatic are winning out on these solo lanes. But G2 have all the vision to work with in the top side. It feels like G2 have had pinks towards the top side. You can see in the minimap right now, these pinks have been here for so long on the top side of the map, but it just feels like G2 is just losing the lanes in general. Caps getting greedy by trying to cancel Hylissang's base. Wunder getting greedy, trying to kill Adam after he TP's back. Now it's all slowly backfiring. Reckless has even left bot lane at this point. Maybe they just want to put 3 members top, herald this top tower, change up the win condition from Wunder to Reckless.
It would make sense as Reckless now works his way towards the top side. You can see Wunder going down towards bottom lane. Upset will get the push in there, uses the True Shot Barrage to clear out the way, but Reckless on this top side. We have seen what a Tristana can do when he's ahead in game so far this series. The question is, will G2 invest that Rift Herald into him? Looks like not for the moment, Kadril.
Fnatic have 2 choices right now. Defend top, keep Adam there, and just try to manage the weather the storm, you know, of Reckless being top. Or Niski could look to ult bot and dive Wunder with Upset. Looks like for now, after pushing out top, G2's going to move their bot lane now towards mid. Maybe they want to just force something in mid and herald it. They think team fights could be the way to go and just get out of laning phase as soon as possible.
Oh, Reckless, Mickey, and Jankos have kind of just gone walkabout for the last couple of moments, playing Ring Around the Rosies as they walk up and down this river. But for the moment, Reckless will just jump across the wall and catch this wave as it pushes in. Could actually let the minions kill off a plate here, which he does. No one will have got any gold from that plate.
Hylissang has been laning mid this whole game, making sure Niski can keep this push, and he's absolutely fine on every single wave. Mickey has been running up and down the river with Jankos looking for picks. And with this mid push, it unlocks the map for Fnatic on this bot side. Upset can keep pressuring bot, and they can keep this vision around mid that they've now cured.
Rifthold about to time out here on Jankos. You can see G2 have been a little bit circumspect about where they wanted to put it. Not quite sure. Bwipo now on the top side, but you have to feel Jankos just going to run up towards top lane, chuck this down in the tri-bush, and try and get some gold out of it. Reckless is here as well. He's actually going to back. So Jankos,
running out.
Yeah, you've got like 2 seconds to put down this Rifthold. It looks like they're going to go mid instead. Hylissang going in with Hex Flash. Mickey is here as well.
How can they go mid though? They don't have a wave. Fnatic might be able to kill off the Herald. He's trying to get as close as possible to the tower. He's going to place it. Hylissang in trouble.
Hylissang doesn't have flash, doesn't have anywhere to go. Tries to get out with the solar flare, but Reckless is going to jump across the wall. There's the kill. Hylissang will fall. Bwipo and Nisqy here to defend. Adam does have TP if he wants to join. Upset is forced underneath his tower in the bottom lane, and that Rifthold will charge in. Gold goes over to Reckless.
Look at G2 sprinting top. They have to deal with Adam. They have to stop him taking the first tower of the game. They get the crab as well, and that pick will help G2 salvage the map, put it in an even state where now mid lane's being pushed back into Fnatic. Nisqy is not unlocked on the map, and Adam can't start pressuring the side lane. I think praise to G2 for kind of killing the lane phase. You know, this Camille-Darius matchup was absolutely doomed after that second kill, but they found a way to kind of juggle the map and keep Wunder against Upset for the last 5 minutes. Reckless running up and down the river. Fnatic yet to respond.
And the gold pretty much even right now. I mean, Fnatic do still have 1,000 gold lead, so not quite as even as I thought it was when I first did my maths, but they are still a lot closer than it was a moment ago. Destiny coming out, that's just being used to look to see if they can catch out Wunder on the bot side. Adam here as well. Wunder's going to go in with Hexagon to dodge away from the gold card, then flashes away. Good escape here from Wunder. Nisqy looking for another gold card, but can't lock it in time. A superb escape from Wunder. TP from Caps to the top lane as well as they look to get him some plates.
Absolutely clean play from Wunder. Uses the ult to cancel the gold card, of course, and then uses the Q for move speed, flashes away, gets the E up in time. G2 instantly respond by TPing top. The Dragon's going to get taken by Fnatic, and they're going to match the plates taken top with bot side. So it's a win for Fnatic because they get the Dragon, but they lose Adam's TP and they lose the Destiny. It's a complete split map right now.
Zenith Blade going in, they're looking for Reckless. He's going to be able to jump away. Importantly though for Caps, he was 1,000 gold behind when that play started. He's now been able to pick up at least 1 plate in the top side, so he's closing that gap just a little bit here, Kadro.
Yeah, look at the minimap, Medic. You can see full vision towards the top side for G2 and full vision towards the bot side for Fnatic. It's just a trade-off of tier 1s in top and bot. Wunder has to be really careful.
Doesn't have the flash. Remember, Zenith Blade went the wrong way there. Hylissang was expecting one to go one way. Tower goes down. 1-for-1 traded so far. I think first tower was taken there by Upset, second tower by Caps in the top lane.
Next objective for both these teams is the Herald, which is just spawned. Herald would unlock mid tower, and unlocking mid tower in the early to mid game is essential if you want to start playing for Baron and getting the setup and pushing the enemy team back. So both teams probably want to contest that. Adam, level 11 now on this Darius. He hasn't found his way into fights just yet, but he still has flash up, of course. So if he can get in there alongside Hylissang and get on to Reckless and Caps, he is going to destroy them. So G2 need to find a way to peel Adam off of them. They're starting this Herald now. There could be a fight around this. Nisqy has TP.
See, Bwipo has been around but not really involved in a lot of the early plays here. Only 93 damage dealt to champions at the 15-minute mark, about 2,000 below the average, so struggling a little bit, but that hasn't really been his fault as such. It's just the way that the game has played out after those early kills from Adam. G2 have not wanted to take a fight.
So G2 have decided not to go for the Herald. In turn, they're going to lose it and top tier 1. So what they have to do is answer somehow with a bot tower or with a mid tower. They need to pressure something, because look at Caps on the minimap right now. He's almost at his Nexus gates. He has to run all the way around to his tower. They're going to push in mid. I think they're just going to be able to trade with a bot tower. Exact same situation as earlier. Fnatic get a bot tower and a Drake. G2 get a top tower. Now G2 get a bot tower. Fnatic get a top tower and a Herald.
The game has settled into a little bit more of a quiet stage here as both teams perhaps a bit tentative about making big plays right now. G2 obviously wanting to scale up as Fnatic got out to this early lead. Fnatic now deciding it is time to do something. Rifthold comes down in the mid lane, and that should be the tower gone. Nisqy stepping forward with the gold card, locks it onto Mickey. There's a knockback, but Nisqy not underneath the tower. Cap steps in, Everfoss goes wide. Rifthold is going to get another charge out of this. Wunder does have the TP if he wants to join the fray, but decides against it. Rifthold will charge in and be killed before it can find its mark.
Yeah, good smite from Jankos there, just to make sure it can't chunk it down. Always buys you time and always makes it easier the later the game goes. Hylissang's looking for a pick here. Jankos might be in trouble.
Destiny available. He has got flash. The rest of G2 have to collapse quickly, but Jankos is down before G2 can get in there. And now the flank is on. The Realm Warp comes out. And Bwipo with the pillar! Bwipo stops G2's retreat right in its tracks. Shutdown comes out for Reckless. Mickey's going to get killed to the side. Hylissang kills off Reckless. And now Fnatic have found it. They found the moment they were looking for.
Bwipo's pillar might have put the nail into G2's coffin. It stopped the ultimate and got them 3 big kills. Adam died. You can see his hands are off the table. He's nodding to himself. He knows they're in the lead here. Great play from Fnatic. They've not backed off after the tower. They're making plays. You can see Reckless already jumping away on the side of your screen because Adam's behind him. Caps thinks he's going to take them to safety, but Bwipo says no.
It's the pillar that could break G2, the pillar felt around the world, the pillar that could deny G2 their 6th worlds in a row. And even though Reckless was able to pick up a kill, Fnatic cleaned it up. You can see what it means to Yamato, you can see what it means to Fnatic, and you can see what it means to Reckless. Once again, he leaves his team to join a super team, to become a champion, and once again, he is denied.
Fnatic once again in the driving seat. So far ahead right now just because of where the gold is. The majority of the gold is on your side laners, Darius and Twisted Fate. And who's behind on G2? Their side laners. So Fnatic can control the entire map. And they're 2 dragons away from soul points, 1 minute on that Cloud Soul. Oh, that pillar. That could be the end of G2.
3,000 gold between the two teams. We have seen, of course, even in this series, G2 come back for more than this. But it's about momentum, it's about drive, it's about how Fnatic are playing together. The fact that Nisqy, once again on this Twisted Fate, has 2 items complete and is a nuisance, a terror around the map. The fact that Hylissang continues to find pick after pick after pick. The fact that G2 don't seem to have an answer. Hylissang, Hex flashes in. That's not the best position to be in. The Everfrost is going to lock him up. Look at how tanky it is. The Solar Flare going out with the Zenith Blade will not be enough to keep him alive. Jankos could look for the Zenith Blade that he stole away, but Hylissang will fall wonder. He's actually pushing in the side lane here, looking for that tier 2 by himself. Dragging up in 20 seconds here, Kadril.
That's a very big mistake there from Hylissang, because you're completely right. The objective spawning in 15 and G2 have side pressure. They're going to take a fight. Adam has to flash away. Mickey
gets the knockback, but only distracts Adam and Bwipo for the moment. 10 seconds on that Cloud. Tier 2 in the bottom lane has fallen. Fnatic now only 2,000 gold ahead. Bwipo trying to shove through this mid lane, but that Cloud Drake will go over to G2. Realm Warp,
No
Caps
flash.
is on the chase, looking for Bwipo. His former top laner trying to catch him out of the Rune Prison. Should be available, but he can't quite get in range. Bwipo too speedy. The Frozen Domain will get him out.
Destiny popped though. Are they looking for something?
Looking for Reckless.
They're going for Reckless.
Upsets him as well. They dive onto him. The Everfrost will look him in place, and with the True Shot Barrage, Upset kills Reckless. Upset kills Reckless. And you got to say it twice because it's just that important. Bwipo now on the front line. The Hexagon Ultimatum is available for Wonder as they go back in. Caps trying to step in from the side, but Hylissang has rejoined his team after dying earlier. The Hex Flash, of course, will distract Caps. Can they chase him down? Flash. Red card! It's like watching Reggie all over again, but it's enough to slow down Caps, and it's enough to kill him off. Upset on a killing spree.
Yeah, the follow-up was enough. Hylissang might have died, but G2 tried to make their own play by trying to catch out Bwipo. They run way too far, and they leave Reckless all alone. He gets picked off. The fight ensues from there. Fnatic pick up more kills.
And a 4,000, 3,500 gold lead to boot. 20 minutes in. The fights are back and forth, but Fnatic keep getting the advantages. Look at the difference. Top lane, 800 gold lead for Adam. Mid lane, 1,300 gold lead for Nisqy. And bot lane, Upset picking up those kills, puts him 800 gold ahead.
And Medic, there's a world here where Fnatic win this game. Caps, the world's finalist in 2018, 2019, and the semi-finalist last year, might not even show up at this tournament. Bwipo was getting caught out initially, but then the Destiny turnaround alongside Upset. Reckless has no jump because he tried to commit to the chase. Stun card connects. Upset lands a W, lands the ultimate from there. He's dead. Mickey has to run away. He gets chased down. Caps thinks he can come and help out the play, but he has no flash as well, so they just commit onto him. Red card, Schmed card, doesn't matter. He's slowed, he's dead.
And you can see Fnatic just so willing to continue this chase. They get the flash red card, they get enough, and now they have complete control of this top side jungle. Dragon up in 3 minutes time, but Fnatic might be looking up towards the big purple worm. The Baron buff their target. Upset bad enough.
You know they're going to start it. They're going to start it and look for a turn. G2 has to respond. This team fight could decide everything.
One moment, one breath, one team fight perhaps to decide the series, to decide if your season ends today. Caps TPing in, Fnatic start to turn off at 5,000 HP on the Baron. Take a breath, take a moment, because Hylissang's looking for the Hex Flash, has the Solar Flare. It misses, it goes wide, but Mickey's still the target. Knocked back, it's not going to be enough. Mickey's down already, and now with the Destiny you can see Fnatic can continue to chase this. Reckless, the target for him. Everfrost, stun card, Reckless rooted, Pillar of Filth, Realm Warp coming out, Reckless always down. Oh, he apprehends him out of the flipping Realm Warp! And it works for Fnatic. Adam once again with the clutch moment for his team.
Fnatic are not gonna let you get away. Once you're in the jaws, you're in the stomach. Fnatic get 3 members of G2, and they're gonna get the Baron as well. 2 times G2 try to run away. 2 times Fnatic say no.
And Adam, once again, in the moment his team needs him, he steps up. This guy's a flipping rookie, he's 19 years old, and he is taking his team to Worlds.
Oh, the turn was a little bit shaky at the start from Fnatic as Hylissang misses the ult, but they managed to single out one target, and it's Mickey. He tries to use the ult to proc the Aftershock to live, and once he dies, G2 once again have to run. The Destiny's popped. Niski comes from behind, uses the Everfrost initially into the stun card. Caps thinks he can get him away this time, but no, says Adam.
What a performance from Fnatic, so coordinated as well. This mid-game, so strong from them. G2 have not found an answer in the last 3 games. Now a 5,000 gold lead for Fnatic. 2.5 minutes on the Baron for them as well, and you can see G2 now looking for something. They think perhaps they can catch Adam off in a side lane. No Realm Warp available for Caps though.
Fnatic need to re-establish map control. Because they took this Baron, G2 can get out onto the river first and they have control. Adam has no flash. G2 are probably going to commit to this. No, looks like they're just going to take the pink and back away, but now Fnatic know exactly where you are.
Adam knocks across the wall, Caps with the Everfrost. Adam going to get put down at the Decimate. Jankos on the front line now. He's all on his lonesome Heartbreaker to try and get away, but Whippo's on the chase. Flash, subjugate, bring it down the hammer as there's another kill over to Fnatic. Whippo chasing down Jankos. And Fnatic continue to push forward. The pillar available. Caps slowed up. Caps hit with the Mystic Shot. Hit with the Essence Flux. Hit with the gold card. And that's enough for Fnatic. 2 more kills for them. And with the Baron buff, they can look to push in this bot lane wave.
G2's coaching staff shaking their heads. They know this game is in such a bad situation. Caps 1-6 right now. He can't find anything on the map. And Fnatic can find absolutely everything. That's going to be a mid-tier 2. Caps is dead. They're going to get bot tier 2 as well. This gold lead is just going to keep escalating and getting worse.
And we're on the precipice of something incredible here. G2 missing Worlds, getting knocked out from contention for the first time in the organization's history. 2 years ago, they were in finals. Last year, they were in the semis. They have been Europe's hope for the last 3-4 years or so, and now Fnatic are knocking on the door of knocking them out. The inhibitor tower, the target 24 minutes in. Fnatic have an 8,000 gold lead and G2 can do nothing about it. Adam at the helm, Whippo at the helm, Fnatic at the helm as they break through, they batter through the base of G2.
What does G2 have left is the big question. Adam's going in.
Just needs the guillotine, brings it down, and Mickey's down, and now Wonder down towards the bottom side. He's going to have to run away from Hylissang. They could just win it here. Fnatic could just lock Worlds here. Mad and Rogue wait next week, but we know it's all about Rogue. And all about Worlds as Fnatic decide to back away. G2 still stepping forward, but Upset just has so much damage on this Ezreal.
G2 backs against the wall, Reckless back against the wall. Fnatic push them to their Nexus towers. They're going to take an inhibitor for now, but boy, are they not done just yet in this game. Almost just over an 8,000 gold lead now for Fnatic. Dragons up, that's going to be the next objective for them. It should be pretty free. They have all the vision in the world to work with, items being completed. Fnatic are ready to take it home.
It started with Fnatic. EU LCS champions year after year after year. Only lost 1 of their first 8 title contentions to Alliance. Then G2 came in 2016 and they took Fnatic down a peg. They became the kings of Europe, the team that everyone wanted to beat. And then this year, Mad and Rogue have risen up. They are the new kids on the block, and it's G2 and Fnatic fighting over table scraps, fighting over that single world's position. Currently, Fnatic are in the advantage. Fnatic have control of the game. The question is, can G2 find anything, any way to get back in?
And the trust Fnatic had in putting Whippo in the jungle and bringing Adam in after the EU Masters win and putting him in the top lane. Phenomenal showing by both of them. Specifically, what can G2 do to win? I don't know. The Destiny's pop, the siege begins, the dive's coming in hot.
Mickey's going to get pulled back. The Noxing guillotine's going to be enough as Upset takes the kill. Caps already popped the stopwatch. Look at Upset just diving forward. And Caps! Caps is down! Caps is dead! And perhaps with it, G2's hopes of any chance at a world spot. Second inhibitor's going to go down as Fnatic look for the win.
They have a bot wave. Niski flashes in. Reckless has to flash away.
Reckless trying to get away from his former team, the team that he left to join G2. And Fnatic, they don't care that you're not with them anymore. They will take you out. They will lock you down. Jankos dead. G2 dead. Wonder able to get 1 kill on the backline, but Fnatic still 4 members strong. Will rip him right back in and rip away any hope they had of making it to Worlds. Fnatic will join Mad and Rogue at Worlds for Europe, and G2 are going home. Fnatic make it through to Worlds.
Oh, they're all screaming, they're all so happy. What a moment of elation for Fnatic. The fan favorite was G2, but the winners are Fnatic. Upset finally conquers the Demons of Worlds and he makes it there, the 5th best of 5, and he puts in a statement series. And now we won't see Caps, we won't see Reckless, we won't see G2 at Worlds this year for Europe.
We use it perhaps too much, but it's the end of an era. It's the G2 era is dead and gone. They don't even make it into finals weekend. They have done that every single time. And you can see the elation on Fnatic's face. Take a bow, good men, because what a performance. After they started to fall behind in Game 3 and lost that game, I thought that was going to be the story of the series, but they fought and they fought and they fought and they took it to G2.
Every single player stepped up. Upset had an amazing series. Nisqy stepping up, showing that he's one of the best mid laners in Europe, especially on that Twisted Fate pick. Bwipo role swapping, his first split, and he manages to take down G2 alongside Adam in his rookie year, his rookie split in the LEC, gets the better hand of Wonder, and the mad scientist of Hylissang brings it all together.
He brought the Pyke out. Like, they had to invest a ban on Pyke.
They had to invest more than one ban, Medic. There was about 4 or 5 support bans.
Just absurd stuff from Fnatic. Congratulations, of course, to them for the win. Kia Player of the Series votes at LEC on Twitter. Just give it to all 5 of them. Like, come on, let's be honest. I mean, Adam, Nisqy, and Upset are your options, but give them each one. I'll draw it on paint. We could just award it to each of the players because they each had so many individual standout moments. And when the pressure was on, you can see just what it means to Fnatic.
They're going to Worlds.
Yep.
And the next week's best of 5 will decide whether they're going through play-ins or to groups. But no matter what, Worlds is locked for now. And the smiles on Fnatic, they're so relieved. They're so happy. It's great to see.
It really is, of course. Commiserations to G2. You saw them leave the stage. Downhearted, there were some fist bumps around, but nowhere near the elation that we come to expect G2, the joviality that you come to expect from G2. Fnatic were better on the day, and they deserve their spot representing Europe at Worlds. What a performance, man. So, like, every time you get a series like this just done at the end of it. We have 2 more. We have 2 more incredible series next week.
That's not the finals.
Oh.
That was just for a world spot. Fnatic still have 2 best of 5s ahead of them if they want to win the entire thing. Adam didn't even know they could still win the LEC a few days ago. He thought they were they could best finish 3rd place.
I did love that tweet.
He tweets that he doesn't even know if they can win the LEC. He thought they were out. Oh boy, you're not out. There's still a lot left to go.
Man, look at that. Upset 4 times, 1 best of 5 away from Worlds. So often overlooked as one of Europe's great AD carries. His name was always there, but it was always like, what accolades has he got? He's never won a final. He's never made it to Worlds. He's never represented Europe in an international competition.
Yeah, everyone was like, is Upset one of the best AD carries in Europe? Because he kept falling short. They finished 10th place in Origin. 1 year later, he's going to Worlds. One of the star players of Fnatic. And the trust that Fnatic had in him, of course, the shoes he had to fill, the amount he stepped up this year in this split is unreal to see. The wife buff is real.
It really is. Yamato, of course, going back to Worlds as well after his performance in 2018 with Vitality, one of the great European underdog stories, that group with Gen.G, Cloud9 and RNG, where they almost made it out.
Well, Fnatic going to Worlds. They have Bwipo and Hylissang, very veteran players who have been to the finals, but now you have Adam. Rookie player, he's going to Worlds in his first split in the LEC. You love to see it. Upset's making it there. Nisqy's going back. He went with C9, I believe.
Yep.
They're
2019, I think, with the Blabber lineup.
Yep.
Yep. Whoa, that was an incredible performance. The Telestrator still says Kia Player of the Game. We did say that earlier, but I'm going to say it again. Your Kia Player of the Game, Player of the Series votes at LEC on Twitter are Adam, Nisqy, and Upset.
Adam had a fantastic series. They all had a fantastic series. I already don't know which one to vote for. You guys can decide.
I do think Nisqy's pressure that he had in the mid lane really accelerated the game for Fnatic. We have tons of more LEC content coming up as Law is checking in with Upset and Hylissang and Adam and Yamato will be joining us in the post-game lobby. We'll see you guys then. Bye-bye. Next week, we've got more.
Oh, yeah.
Even though League of Legends is not a physical sport, there's the same eagerness and nerves before every single esports match than I had. The same in swimming. It was always about getting closer to a new high that you can reach, an endless pursuit of perfection. Even though I've come so close, I don't feel bad about it. If I work harder, it is gonna happen.
Kia, movement that inspires.